Might regret joining this group. We'll try not to pass judgment too early. But that first pull was pretty worrying. Hello? Okay. Oh, this poor warrior. No, don't bring her closer to it. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Tank didn't know any better. Said she meleeed him for 6 mil, but basically just let him know what the mechanic was. First time for everything, right?
Shockwave. Shockwave.
DK's doing work.
Shockwave.
Oops.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Oh no. Messed up my procs. These pulls are fun though.
Crowd control. Crowd control.
I should probably get an ice lance counter so that I don't waste that free frozen orb.
Shockwave.
I'm not going to waste that one either.
Shockwave.
All right, let's go.
Run out.
Oh, what?
Run out.
Oops. Oh my gosh.
Run out.
Isn't so bad. Group is going slow and steady.
Interrupt. Watch your step.
Whoop. Oh god.
Queen Nephros refused to reclaim that glory, but no more. Ansurek and the Black Blood will usher in a new age for Architect.
Watch your step.
Bugs are so annoying.
Engaged. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Move to field. Watch your step. Watch your step.
The harvest continues.
Oh, MILF boner. Hi, Panda. Welcome back for you too. Sorry if I wrote that a second ago. It's late. Didn't expect anybody. This poor warrior. He just keeps getting hit by all the things.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Move to field. Watch your step.
There he goes again. I don't know how this. Oh, shit. Please keep me rooted long.
Watch your step.
I don't know how this druid has done 4 out of 8 heroic. Maybe it's just on their main. I don't know.
Watch your step.
This is very messy. But we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Okay. That was totally my fault. Oh, please. Please, tank. Please get rooted. Oh my gosh. Druid, come in clutch. Agreed. Our raid times used to start at 11 p.m. And we liked it that way. This poor tank keeps taking all the blame, but this warrior has died on almost every pull. And his DPS would be so helpful. This is only Mythic 0, but this boss is a lot.
The harvest will prevail!
Watch your step.
And thankfully, Hero will be up at some point now. Whoops, that's not where I meant to drop that, for sure. Get some more blood for
Watch your
people.
step. Move to kill.
Hang out over here in Egypt. Oh my gosh. There goes the warrior again.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Hero, please.
Move to kill. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Move to kill.
Not this time. Not this time.
Watch your step.
Fucker. There we go. Well, that's a bummer. Not an upgrade for me, and nobody in the group can use it. Okay. A good, wholesome little group. Thank you, guys. GG's. Oh, I keep forgetting I'm a mage and that I can port them out. Oops. They forgot too.
I have many, many wares.
Wah, wah. Hi, Zero. Welcome. It's pretty good, thank you. How about yours? And the mythics are good. All I did was just that one mythic 0 Arakara. I am 597. I could probably get invited to some things. I don't know if I want to push mythics tonight. I gotta go to work in the morning. Indeed. The adulting is always getting in the way. Really awful.
What is your command?
I have to choose between Kej or... I don't know.
May walking around take you far.
Yeah. No, not a big fan of it. As I was talking about earlier, I definitely wish I capitalized on the mythic raid content that I used to take part in a little bit better, or a lot of it better. All I had to do was hit the streaming button. That's all I had to do. Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying Frostfire a lot. I don't like Spellslinger a lot because it just feels like old Frost to me, but Frostfire is very fun. Lots of procs, lots of new graphics to keep me occupied. Do you play Mage 2.0? Oh yeah. I used to do, so I did challenge modes on my enhanced chamois. I love how bursty they are. They feel so good. Sadly, played her out a little bit, but I'm jealous of those who still enjoy it. You're learning enhanced sham or mage? Very cool. Enhance has always been a lot of fun, in my opinion. It's just the amount of bursts that you get, and there's a lot of buttons to push. So it is a very fun class and spec. And this is the first expansion. Yeah, big bursty crits. This is the first expansion that I leveled range DPS first, so since 2004, I've always leveled a tank or a healer first. You're probably right. And Panda, I think that I fixed chat. I ended up just making pop-out chats because there's no way I can get around the lag. Thank you, Zero. Much appreciated. I will forever and always be a huge advocate of Druid. I've just been playing her as a main for so long until now. Highly recommend. Although, unfortunately, Bear does not really attract me the way it used to. There's not enough buttons to push, and it feels like every other class and spec got a massive update, and Bear Druid just has not changed very much at all for a very long time. Oh, so you just started in Kata? Like you started with the classic realms? I don't know how to word it in a way that doesn't sound ridiculous. But the new classic realms? When I zone in here, I always wish I'm gonna catch that crystal changing, and I've only caught it once. It's so pretty though. This is such a beautiful zone.
The orphans of Merodar have been asking to play with you again. I think they'd appreciate it if you visited them.
So COVID gave you some time away from adulting. It all comes full circle. Shadowlands is a real rough one to come back to, though. I wouldn't consider that gripping enough to bring a lot of people back. And very cool, because Dragonflight, I loved Dragonflight. It was the first expansion since Legion that I've been pretty sad to leave. And yeah, you're right, Panda. Shadowlands was, that's one way to put it. It was something. Shadowlands and BFA just weren't my favorite. Although I'm a glutton for punishment, so I did really love Torghast. Very unfortunate indeed. Yeah, I jumped back in. Oh my gosh. I jumped back into like really trying to know life some things whenever Dragonflight came out because I had had surgery, so I was out of work for 6 weeks. And I don't know, refound my love for WoW, I think, with Dragonflight. So pretty happy about it. Also, Toronto, crazy. I spent most of my childhood in and around Toronto, Orangeville, Hamilton. Yep, I'm in the US again now. I was born an American, but I moved there when I was a baby. Oh, okay. No, I understand. I used to tell people I was from Toronto whenever they would ask to, because like no one knows where Orangeville is except for people that are in Orangeville. Yes. I feel like Barry is another one that not a lot of people just automatically know about. I don't blame you for that either. I don't really know what would really bring anyone to Orangeville. Um, so AU's my main. Well, she was. She was my main from like 2006 until Dragonflight ended. But I just leveled her, so she is not geared at all. But still, with Bear, I don't know. Like, these are all the same buttons I had in Legion, and except for Raise. But I mean, the fact that it just looks like the Pulverize or Lacerate, whatever it was, I don't even remember now, but Lacerate, yeah, doesn't help. I just wish there were more buttons. And yeah, totally a small world. And yeah, I enjoy New York. It's fine. I would love to go back to Canada someday, but I don't know for sure if that would be in the cards. I'm not even high enough item level to do LFR on her. Or a heroic dungeon. Maybe... Probably just do one dungeon and then talk to you guys and head to sleep soon. Oh yeah, I did that on my mage too. Got very lucky with some of the drops. Oh, I bet dubs are pretty fun on an enhanced shaman too. I do want to game all night. Please don't agree with my intrusive thoughts.
I have many lucky do's you like. Good fortune to our friends.
No, I actually started my stream years ago, when I was still in a guild and on Storm Rage, no, on Illidan, and I subsequently gamed with viewers because the only people I had that were followers were my guildmates. Thank you very much for the offer, but I do need to be responsible and go to bed soon. Because you know who won't appreciate me staying up all night? My entire team. They will not be happy with me because I will not be a happy camper. And that's awesome, Panda. Holy crap, it is a very small world. I wonder if Northeast is who it recommends my channel to more. Something like that. I don't know. Theory?
The expedition built the cryo.
No. So we were pushing mythic content in Legion, and
Have become secret.
then I got a new job, and I couldn't raid full time anymore. I was a main tank at the time, and
Kill. Captain
I just
Hale cries.
couldn't afford to be online as much as I needed to be.
Lieutenant bolsters his tactics.
And then somebody who was, I don't even remember fully. I think people started to trickle out of the guild, and then everyone just stopped once we killed Garrosh. And then I gamed with some of my friends who were on another server for a little while. And then things kind of just petered out. A lot of it's my fault, though, I have to say, because most of the time I come on, I'll go on invisible because I know that I don't have a ton of time to hang out a lot of the time, and I need to make it a point to reconnect with some of those people because they were really good people. Oh yeah, I would really love to. I still have people who are on my friend list, but I don't really connect with them, or I haven't connected with them in a long time. But that's the goal. I would love to game with viewers. It would be really fun. I just never really had like a bona fide audience that weren't already friends. Sounds good to me. there's just certain nuances I don't know the politics of, like sharing my battle net, but I don't really see the harm, honestly. It stinks when that happens, Panda. And I feel like I've been through that so many times, and there was a group of us that stayed together from Legion until Battle for Azeroth pretty much. And then some of us branched off and started playing HOTS because there was a small enough group to play HOTS, but we didn't have enough of our core team left to raid. This person's taking a very strange path. I don't know. A little bit of heartbreak there, I suppose. Hello? What? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about... Yeah, damage done increased by 200%. I don't think so. This is a normal and we're all normal geared. I've been through peaceful guild breakups and not so peaceful guild breakups. And usually had the pleasure of being the goodwill ambassador who tried to pull everyone back together. It stinks. So my favorite guild was probably the one I was in for... Oh yeah, I would love 2-0. Sounds like a good time. I'm not sure why you're getting ads either. I don't have any... That's annoying that they can do that even though my stream's not monetized. I wish I could control that. Yeah, that's what I was saying whenever you probably got your ad, is I don't really know quite the boundaries I want to set yet, to be perfectly fair. And it's obviously it's not a personal thing, but it's about just maybe if I should just have people add my character on their friends list instead. Because at least then I'm still in reach, but it's not quite the BattleNet name. Or maybe I'm just overanalyzing it. I'm probably overanalyzing it. Thank you for respecting that. I appreciate it.
Dalcry was an Arathi hero. How could the prior
No, I don't, Zero. I would really love to come up with a schedule. That's my goal. My goal is definitely to have a predictable schedule so that it's easier if I do get people to follow. But my schedule at work is not consistent. And I'm salaried, so I work a lot of hours. Again, work getting in the way. But I do get my schedule a month in advance, so I'm wondering if maybe I just make a commitment to those days a few weeks in advance, and at least that way I can put my schedule up on Twitch and people will know when to see me on. I think that would be a decent compromise. I could tell I'm degrading. My ADHD is getting the best of me. I'm trying to read chat and play and talk at the same time, which can be a little bit of a struggle when I'm sleepy. Okay.
They've served their purpose. Baron, demonstrate your worth.
Those who oppose the Emperor will fall at our feet. By the Empress will!
Well, I would have no trouble helping you learn whatever I can. Unfortunately, not an expert at Enhanced Shaman anymore, but oh, and I was just trying to say about back to the guild subject. Again, the attention issues there. I was in a Chinese guild in Burning Crusade, and one thing I loved about them most is there was just no drama involved. Like they had a zero tolerance policy on drama. And there was actually, well, there was also a language barrier for a lot of the guilds, so I didn't get tied up in any of it. It was just like the most involvement I had with anyone who wasn't an English speaker is, you know, I was our guild jewel crafter. But so many of them stopped playing once we got halfway through Sunwell. So that was unfortunately short-lived. And then I went to college and I joined a guild in MOP where we also pushed content. Also very good guild. Guild drama happened. And then I started raiding with the people I was talking about before. We raided for 3 expansions together, and they were very good. Did challenge modes together through MOP and Legion and WoD. Well, Mythics in Legion, but same idea. That's good. A good guild is seriously paramount. The guild I'm in right now on Thrall, they're very nice, but their guild also seemed to, I just joined as a casual, and their guild also kind of petered out. I don't think they even got into Amardrassil. But they're nice people, and every now and then I'll see somebody asking about Mythic Pluses. I'd like to at least get into, it's tough to find a guild that, depending on your role, that you can have the freedom to say no to people without them getting a little aggro. I'd say it's better now than it used to be, but because I've always played a tank or a healer on my druid, there used to be times where I would get on and just like get bombarded with people because there weren't a lot of tanks or healers, and that's one of the reasons I started logging on invisible. And I'm thankful for you getting into a guild like that. That's really nice. No stress.
Foolish outsiders. Benedar's sacred flame will simply raise him back to duty.
The dad guilds. I could see that. Chill is good. Chill is what I've grown to love. No more hardcore. I like it.
Sacred flame will
Watch your step.
And Panda,
Watch your step.
I'm trying to find the right words. It's not commend. I wasn't looking for that, but I don't know. I was never. It's a weird saying, but I guess I was never brave enough to go straight DPS. I always just needed like that safety net of being. This is gonna come out wrong, but being less replaceable in a guild's eyes, if if you catch my drift without it sounding really awful. Like I knew if I was the tank, then
AOE incoming.
I always had a spot.
Your step. It is done. These zealots no longer steer our faith towards destruction.
And me too, Zero. I miss when I required many less hours of sleep in order to function. No, I never really cared for it, and I feel sad that I was even part of that kind of toxic environment. And same here, Zero. I could do 6. I have to have at least 6 plus. But I remember going to raid from like 11 p.m. to 3 or 4 a.m. and then waking up at 6 or 7 to go into work the next. Like that's insane. I don't know why nobody around me didn't shake me and go, "What the heck are you doing?" Same here. I do not envy who I was at the time or my attitude, but I would love to have some of that energy back. Exactly. And I don't regret doing the raiding and spending all that time late nights raiding. I mean, what friends didn't I have that were out drinking instead or going to parties, and at least I was safe at home and not doing anything stupid. I'm gonna get back on my mage for a second and see if by some happenstance we'll get to see the crystal change. I don't know why I love it so much. The novelty hasn't worn off for me yet, and it's such a beautiful animation. It's so simple. That's a no. Funny enough, somebody made an add-on that's a timer for this crystal change, so at least I know I'm not alone. This zone just gets me though. I mean, the castle in the sky, the zeppelins floating around, the crystal, the whole thing. They really knocked this zone out of the park. The massive waterfall, like, come on. Well, I've read up on a little bit. So the crystal, they say that the Arathi call it Beladar because they're not completely sure what it is, but they consider it like an entity. And the rumor has it that we may be going inside of it for a raid, perhaps. I would like to believe that's true because I would love to know what's inside that crystal and I would love to know the story about why it's here. But the Hollowfall crystal, Beladar. For now, all I know is that it provides some beautiful ambient light and Hollowfall, which is definitely very, very, very deep underground. And yes, the spider zone is very creepy and dark. I love zones like this. I've always been a bigger fan of like the Nagrand-like areas and wow, the big open green spaces. They're just so colorful and bright and motivating in a weird way. Kind of why old school raids really worked out well for me, like oh my gosh, Zul'Gurub, and I'm ashamed to admit I don't remember what I'm trying to talk about. What do we got here? Raids? No, I think it was considered a dungeon still. It was not. It was considered a raid. What do we got here? Hello? What? It's seriously not here. I guess I'll just find it on the map to talk about it. Because I do know that it's in the Ghostlands. Jeez, Zulamon, my god. Oh. Thank you. I got... Well, this is the heroic Farrak one, but I got really lucky. I got... Yeah, I mean, the Amani Battle Bear, that's from Zulamon. I've gotten very lucky. There's actually a running joke amongst all of my friends about my RNG, because there's just like Ashes, I think I got the third time that we killed Kale. Some of my try-hard mounts from Mythic Archie. Mythic Gul'dan. I wish I could give you both my luck, honestly. Because sometimes it's so wide. I mean, it doesn't translate to outside of WoW that well. Although I did... No. Scratch-offs. I usually win scratch-offs. But inside WoW, I don't know what it is about the RNG that my character has. I swear to goodness that there are different luck levels on certain accounts. There has to be, because There are times where my luck is so good that it's just disgusting. Okay, so I don't have invincible. And this sounds very pretentious, but every mount that I've gotten by accident at this point, and I kind of want to keep it that way, so I don't do mount farming or anything either. If I happen to get invincible while I'm finding other stuff, that's a different story. And yes, we both could use it. I'm trying to think of some other ones that were silly difficult to get that just kind of fell in my lap. Well, I guess the Vitreous Stone Drake, that one doesn't drop very often. These were from challenge modes. Oh, 0. I'm sorry. Although I'm sure you can handle it. This one I try-harded for. You have to kill all of the alliance leaders as Horde. And I used to be exclusively on PvP servers because they were really they were super toxic, but also a lot of fun. And thank you. Maybe you will, though. Maybe because I'm wishing you luck, some of my good luck will rub off on you. And you will be blessed by RNGesus. Did your old account have some good stuff on it? Oh, I don't have the Twitch browser window open. I just have the pop-up chat on right now. Um, oh, Panda, I'm sorry. My account's gotten hacked before. It's awful. I was lucky enough to get it back, but it took 3 months. I had to send them my ID. I had to go through a whole thing, and I remember when I got my account back and they hadn't restored everything. Um, it was AU, and they were farming on her or whatever, but they sold everything that was in my bags, probably just vendored it. Of course, she was completely wiped of all of her gold and everything else. That was in Wrath. Really huge bummer. And it was when I was still with my Chinese guild who tried to come back together for some of the Wrath raiding. And because I got hacked, I was way further behind than they were, and it wasn't as easy as just re-rolling a character back then. It took forever. It took forever to level, and then it took forever to get more gear and attune and rep. Ugh. I'm sorry you never got yours back. It's It's one of those things. If you play games like this and you're attached to it, feels very violating when somebody hacks your account. I would be devastated. I still think these are pretty, but I do have to say that Dragonflight did replace a lot of the... It's starting to finally age at Dragonflight. The armored drake, it kind of lost some of its luster. But because it was from Season 1 Gladiator, I refuse to take it off my bars. And I'm just glad that other things can ride it because I got it on my druid and it was so useless on my druid. It was always like, oh, great, I got the Drake mount, but I'm just taking it out to show it off if I'm on my druid because I could just instantly shapeshift into flight form. Third boss. By the time you even fly out there, you probably clear it, except for the fact that Arthas takes... Lich King. Takes ages to RP. And Panda, oh my gosh, what a huge bummer, because Vial of the Sands, it used to be... Like, when I got mine... Let me see. What does it turn you in? The Sandstone Drake, right? Yeah. So, when I got Vial of the Sands, it was in MOP, and at the time, the vial was 3,000 gold. And now, what... I need to look it up. I don't know if we can't do it together. I know Horde and Alliance can't do instanced content together, so like I couldn't queue. I couldn't queue with you. But I've never tried to do it cross faction. And yeah, 3,000 gold was not... It's not like it was nothing, but definitely a drop in the bucket in comparison to some things. Because even thinking Wrath, the yak was like 100k.
I have calibrated my prices.
There's an item I have on AU, the Haunted Memento, that was from the Burning Crusade release. And I mean, it's just a stupid thing you keep in your bags, and a little ghost follows me around, but nostalgia. And every expansion, I feel like every one that comes out, it goes up exponentially in price. And sometimes it's worth like 3 million gold, because now the cap is higher than it used to be, and sometimes it's worth 200,000 gold. Like on this server, which I'm only on this server because I was able to name my mage her original name, which is Reverie. I have no idea. I don't know anyone on this server. There aren't even any haunted mementos for sale. So I bet the vial isn't for sale either. Oh, Vial of the Sands. 38,000 gold. See, right now, 38,000 gold is not that bad. But that depends, because Panda, is your friend trying to get it on the Kata server? Because I could totally understand why that would be troublesome. Because I'm sure the economy is way different on Kata servers now than it was in original Kata.
Return
Sure was. Although I only remember that we called it Long Boy. I can't remember what it... I know it's a brontosaurus, but I can't remember what its actual name is. It's so pathetic. Long Boy. Yeah. Was it just brontosaurus? No. What if I type in dinosaur? No. Brutosaur. I guess I can't even look it up because it's not available anymore, but oh crap. I never selected these. That's weird though, because I have Whirling Surge on my bars. Let me see. Yeah, I can't even look it up anymore. And 100K in Kata times, that's a lot of freaking money. That is way too many shekels for my liking. And the Brutosaur was too, which is why I do not have the Brutosaur for sure. I've never been very good at farming gold. I think maybe because I'm so spoiled by that RNG. Because back in the day, I would farm old content just for a little extra gold if the dailies weren't enough, but that's about it. I never had the patience to be really good at farming gold. Some people are so good at playing the auction house. I am not. Even the reason I have over 200K on this character right now, which is not very much in this day and age, but I got an epic pattern from doing the opening quest line for the expansion, and then the first time I did LFR, I got an epic BOE. So I just got, oh well, no, I haven't even sold that yet. That's right. So yeah, I think the epic pattern was enough because I sold it for like 125K. That's not bad. That's really nice that it's 6K less for you. This server, like I said, I'd never heard of Anatheron. Definitely not one of the OG servers. And that's one of the reasons I picked it, because I knew that the name I wanted would probably not be taken. Because I re-faction transferred this mage whenever I came back. Well, came back to her. on this expansion. Because I had faction transferred her to Alliance at one point, but she's not even my original mage. My original mage is Tyranny. Hi, Cheese Puff. How are you? You've kind of caught us after I started degrading.
Heroes of the Horde, the Dragon Isles have awakened and beckon the Dragonflights home. Meet me in Orgrimmar, where I am about to present the Aspect's invitation to the Horde Council.
That's a real stinking bummer.
What's the word on the street?
This was my original mage. You could tell because I think Marley's torch was from Zelgurub. Amber Steel Keeper was from a boss called, oh my god, I can't remember anything right now. He was in Blasted Lands. Let me see. It was Cruel. High Lord Cruel. Blasted Lands. Vanilla. Oh, no, Lord Kazakh. He got turned into High Lord Cruel whenever they brought him back for an event. And nobody has any time for bots. Oh, this poor character. I was such a hoarder. I never get on her except when I feel nostalgic, and then I just... I don't know. There's really no reason to get on her anymore. All my fire resist gear.
See you around, friend.
So OG. The urge is zero, but I probably won't be getting on tomorrow, unfortunately, because I do have to close. I won't be getting home until about 10 p.m. Very long days. That's why I'm having trouble coming up with the schedule, unfortunately. And then I'll have to be back at work at 8 a.m. the next day. Those work days are the ones that are my least favorite. When I have to work late one day and then get up to work early the next. What are you doing it on? Aren't you on an enhanced gem? Oh God. Do you have any bandages? It sounds stupid, but it totally works. Oh, I think you can skip her now. I thought they added it so you could skip her for that reason, because people were having trouble soloing it later. Yeah. I'm sure we'll be able to catch each other. So I was looking it up, but yeah, Velithria, you can just walk around her now. They added that in 2019, I think. So you could just walk around her and ignore her. Good night, Panda. Thank you for coming back and hanging out again. And I believe I'm gonna do the same because I am absolutely wiped out. For sure. Thank you both for coming around and for the follows. And you guys have a good night, have a good day. Hopefully I get to come back in the next couple of days and figure something out here. See you later.